Hey there, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of Top 5. Top 5 is where I will take a specific professional wrestling topic and rank my top 5 occurrences for that topic. Here we will discuss my 5 favorite factions in wrestling history. Factions, as Jim Ross would describe, is
three or more individuals that are together long enough to establish chemistry and name identity and to get some street cred. So I think it's, in my view, it's three or more people involved in a faction, and there have been a lot of great ones.
Yes, there have been. I will be giving you the list of my top 5 favorites, starting with number 5. The Freebirds were the first faction I remember seeing. I would get the monthly Pro Wrestling Illustrated magazine, and the antics of Michael Hayes, Terry Gordy, and Buddy Roberts were frequently reported inside that publication. And they were a constant thorn in the side of the Von Erich family when they were in world class. I got my first real look at this group when a local TV station started broadcasting the UWF. Michael Hayes was the broadcast partner of Jim Ross, who we just heard from. Terry Gordy was crowned the first UWF champion. Buddy Roberts was constantly in the hunt for the UWF television title. No matter where they were, whether it was world class, whether it was WCW, the AWA. Anytime I saw the Freebirds, I was entertained. This was probably the closest that WWE ever came to making a new version of another faction that I'm going to talk about a little bit later. This group worked as a unit to ensure that Triple H maintained his top spot on Monday Night Raw. Randy Orton and Batista became megastars because of their affiliation with this group. Both of those guys would break away from Triple H and Ric Flair and were made men when they ventured out on their own. I was a huge fan when this group made their WWE debut at the 2012 Survivor Series. There were breakups during their run, but they always seemed to find their way back to each other. The final disbanding of Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Dean Ambrose happened when Ambrose elected not to re-sign with WWE in 2019. This group was put together when Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and Chyna emerged as allies in 1997. Bret Hart would be their first target. Once Bret left the WWF to go down south, The Undertaker took over as the main obstacle for DX. After Michaels put his career on a hiatus after WrestleMania 14, Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, and X-Pac were added. The antics of Degeneration X were controversial, but priceless nonetheless. forget the fact that there have been several versions of this group. Most of the iterations proved to be effective, some not so much. When the Horsemen were successful, there was no group who was better. The main mission of the group was to keep the NWA or the WCW World Championship with Ric Flair. Their masterful game plans did just that. The difference between the Horsemen was when they protected Flair, they were still able to attain championships on their own. Tully Blanchard and Arn Anderson became one of the greatest tag teams of all time. Barry Windham and Lex Luger would gain their first United States championships as members of this group. They were responsible for providing influence for almost every faction that came after them. So this was my top 5 favorite factions. Let me know in the comments where you think I'm wrong. Then you can answer a question. This is my top 5. What's yours?